Hey, it's Brendan Payne with Century 21, the Harrelson Group here along the Grand Strand and the Expert Advisors team. And I wanted to get you a quick update here. We're just about mid-year, and I want to get you an update here on your building in Bluewater, of course, since we have been staying in touch and trying to be a resource for you over the years. And I just had two sales in that building. One we represented the buyer on, and one we represented the sale on. So one of those buildings I'm very familiar with, and in markets like this, it's always good to make sure that you got updated information, because there's a lot of times where some of the information that you get on the overall market might not be relevant to your individual building. So let's look at a couple of the numbers. So far year to date, we've got about 20 closed sales, and we're mid-year. So 20 closed sales over 6 months. And there's roughly 10, give or take any day that you check it, there's been about 10 units for sale. So what that means is 6 months, we're able to sell 20 properties and we've got 10 available. So we're sitting at about 90 days or 3 months of inventory, which is pretty good. That's kind of the normal market for us. Give you some comparison to that. A year and a half, 2 years ago in 21, we were probably a matter of weeks of inventory. Very little was available. And when it did come on, it went under contract very quickly. And then in other times of the market, we've been 6+ months, up to 12 months sometimes, where there was just a ton of inventory and nothing selling. So we know that the buyers are in the market. They are purchasing. Of course, this is the time of the year where it's a little bit more difficult to get buyers in to look at units. You're only showing them typically at the turnover time and when they're changing over from rentals. But there are people still going under contract. And as we go through the season, one of the things that I see every year is you will start to see inventory start creeping up of available sellers as the season winds down. A lot of the owners have collected the majority of their income, and now they're wanting to put units on the market to try to sell in the third or fourth quarter and avoid any of the expenses of carrying it over the winter if they're not a long-term hold. So we'll be watching the inventory because it always does seem to creep up towards the end of the year. But prices have, we've seen a little bit of a dip, but then there's a couple that are a little bit higher. So overall, we're seeing most of the prices in a lot of the buildings maintain. There have been some lower sales just because of the inventory, but nothing drastic. One of the biggest talking points right now on the oceanfront is the insurance, and the insurance increases in the premiums for these buildings has caused so many of the homeowners association fees to go up, which now makes the units perform a little bit less and makes them a little bit more unattractive to the buyer market that's out there. Excuse me. So what you need to know going into the second half of the year, if you are thinking about the possibility of selling, probably a good time to get updated on exactly what's happening with your type of unit in your stack. And I'm happy to get that information for you. Just reach out to me, and we'll be continuing to monitor what's going on with sales and also prices. So thank you so much for watching this quick video and continuing to allow me to be your real estate resource here along the Grand Strand. Thanks so much.